Hey guys, tonight we're exploring the fascinating world of ancient healing through music and sound. Long before modern medicine, people believed that melodies, rhythms, and vibrations held powerful magic to heal the body and mind. From sacred chants to rhythmic drumming, these ancient practices weren't just rituals, they were a vital part of health and spirituality. If you're curious about the mysterious ways our ancestors used sound to cure and connect, this video is for you. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. You wake slowly, the world still draped in the soft veil of dawn. Around you, the forest hums quietly, leaves rustling gently in the cool morning breeze, birds awakening with their delicate songs, and somewhere nearby, the faint crackling of a fire just starting to flicker. This is a world untouched by the rush of modern life, where every sound carries meaning and invites attention. Imagine yourself as one of the very first humans, living intimately with nature's sounds. You notice the rhythmic rustling of leaves, stirred by the wind, a natural melody played without effort or intent. The birds trill and chirp, weaving a spontaneous symphony of life, greeting the new day. The crackling fire whispers stories of warmth and survival. These sounds, once simple background noise, begin to catch your attention differently. There's something soothing about them, something that settles your mind and body. It's easy to picture that first moment when you or someone close to you clapped hands together, struck stones, or tapped a stick on wood, experimenting with creating new sounds. Maybe it was accidental at first, a sharp snap echoing in the trees, then repeated to calm an anxious child, or to mark the rhythm of a communal movement. There's a gentle magic here. These rhythms, these vibrations in the air, seem to speak a language older than words, a language understood by the heart and body alike. Anthropologists today suggest that this discovery of rhythm and melody was no accident. Early humans, attuned to the sounds of their environment, began recognizing how certain sounds could calm a frightened heart or ease physical pain. It's a form of natural therapy, found not in pills or potions, but in the simplest of all mediums, waves traveling softly through the air. Imagine sitting by a fire, the soft glow warming your face, as a tribe member begins to hum a slow, steady tune. The notes float gently, wrapping around you like a comforting blanket. This melody, perhaps mimicking the rhythm of a heartbeat or the pulse of nature, invites a sense of peace. It's not just a song but a balm away to soothe fears of the dark, pain from a scraped knee, or the restless mind. Consider the heartbeat, that primal rhythm beating inside your chest. It's no surprise that early humans might have mirrored this steady pulse in their sounds, creating chants or drum beats that echo that fundamental rhythm of life. The repetition, the predictability, offers a grounding effect, something the mind clings to when the world feels uncertain. These sounds could also serve as communal anchors, weaving the social fabric tighter. Shared rhythms in movement or song fostered connection, signaling safety and belonging. The collective heartbeat of the tribe, expressed through music and rhythm, became a source of strength. The natural world itself offers a vast orchestra of healing sounds. Rain softly pattering on leaves, a babbling brook winding through the woods, the rustle of grass in the breeze. These sounds create an environment that promotes calm and well-being, something we now recognize as the healing power of nature's soundscape. So, how did these early encounters with sound evolve into intentional healing practices? Over time, certain sounds and rhythms became associated with specific effects, lowering a racing heart, lifting a weary spirit, or even invoking the favor of unseen forces. The lines between music, medicine, and spirituality blurred as humans realized the profound impact of sound. These early sounds were the seeds of what would become music therapy, a practice that continues in various forms today. The ancient recognition that sound can affect mood, reduce pain, and foster healing laid the groundwork for centuries of exploration. And so, from the crackling fire to the hum of a lullaby, from the steady drumbeat echoing across the plains to the whispered chants in shadowy groves, sound became one of humanity's earliest medicines. It is a timeless gift, one you can still experience simply by listening deeply to the world around you. As you settle into this moment, imagine yourself carried gently by these ancient sounds, connected through time to those first healers who found comfort in the music of life itself. Let your breath slow, your mind soften, and your body relax, carried on the healing waves of sound that have soothed human hearts for millennia. As the soft morning light filters through the trees, you feel the pulse of the earth beneath you, a steady, grounding rhythm that ancient humans surely sensed as well. They lived with the seasons, the sun, and the moon, all of which created their own natural symphonies. The gentle lapping of water, the call of distant animals, and the whispering winds became a soundtrack woven into the very fabric of daily life. Picture a group gathered around a fire as twilight deepens. Someone begins to tap a hollow log, producing a deep, resonant sound. Others join in with stones, sticks, or their own voices, layering rhythms and melodies in a spontaneous musical conversation. This is more than entertainment, it's a shared experience, a ritual creating connection and soothing communal anxieties. The human voice, the oldest instrument, carries emotion in every tone. It is likely that early humans used humming, chanting, and singing to calm pain or to prepare for healing ceremonies. Imagine a gentle chant rising softly, a vibration felt not just in the ears but deep in the chest, calming nerves and easing tension. Modern science supports this ancient wisdom. Rhythmic sounds and music can slow the heart rate, lower blood pressure, and ease muscle tension. Even the simplest melodies can trigger the release of endorphins, the body's natural painkillers, bringing comfort and relief. In many early societies, sound and healing were inseparable. The healer's chant or the shaman's drumbeat was not merely music but a tool wielded with intention. The power of sound to alter consciousness, to induce trance, or to summon spiritual aid was recognized and revered. Imagine being part of such a moment. The flickering firelight casting shadows on faces, the soft murmur of voices rising and falling in rhythm. You feel the tension in your body slowly melt away, replaced by a profound sense of peace and safety. Nature itself provided not only the instruments but the inspiration, the rhythm of rain, the calls of animals, and even the cadence of footsteps across soft earth influenced the sounds created by early humans. They mimicked and enhanced these sounds, weaving them into healing practices that addressed both body and spirit. As you breathe in, imagine the scent of damp earth and fresh leaves mingling with the warm smoke of the fire, grounding you in this ancient moment of discovery and healing. Through all this, music and sound emerged, not just as entertainment, but as a lifeline, a way to understand and influence the self and the world. It is a gift that carries on, whispering through time, inviting you now to listen and find your own calm within its embrace. The quiet crackle of the fire fades gently into the rustling leaves, leaving you wrapped in a comforting silence. As you carry this ancient harmony within you, let your breath slow and deepen, syncing with the timeless rhythm of healing sound. Here, at the dawn of music's journey, you've touched the roots of a sacred practice, one that continues to soothe and restore, inviting you always back to peace. You find yourself in the heart of a dense forest, where the night wraps itself around the towering trees like a velvet cloak. The scent of burning wood rises gently from a carefully tended ritual fire, casting flickering shadows that dance upon the faces gathered in a circle. The air hums with a rhythmic pulse, the steady beat of drums, the sharp clatter of rattles, and the low, haunting chant of the shaman. The drums, carved from ancient trees and stretched tight with animal hides, thump in a steady, hypnotic rhythm. Each beat seems to echo the heartbeat of the earth itself, grounding you in the moment and inviting you to let go of the outside world. The rattles, made from dried gourds filled with seeds and stones, add a shimmering layer of sound, sparkling through the night like scattered stars. The chant weaves through this tapestry of noise, sometimes a soft murmur, sometimes rising to a wild trance-like crescendo. Imagine yourself sitting cross-legged on the cool earth, the firelight warming your face as you watch the shaman move with purpose and focus. Their eyes are half closed, lost in the sacred rhythm, their hands expertly controlling the instruments that bridge worlds. There's a raw energy here, both calming and electric, as if the sound itself is a living being, breathing alongside you. These ancient healers believed that music and sound were more than just pleasant distractions. They were powerful tools to access the spirit world, The rhythmic beating of drums was thought to open invisible pathways, allowing the shaman's spirit to journey beyond the physical realm, seeking guidance and healing from ancestors, spirits, and gods. The chants were not merely songs but sacred invocations, each word a key to unlock healing energy for both body and soul. The healing ceremonies could last for hours, sometimes deep into the night, as the shaman worked tirelessly to draw out illness or negative forces. You might picture the gentle swaying of bodies caught in the rhythm, the occasional ecstatic movements, and the communal sharing of hope and faith. There's a tender humor to it all, to the shaman's wild energy, the unexpected yelps or joyful howls that break the solemnity, reminding us that even the most sacred rituals have moments of lightness. Not as you breathe in the smoky aroma of the fire and feel the vibration of the drums under your skin, you begin to understand how these ceremonies were a sanctuary, a place where the community gathered not just to heal ailments, but to reconnect with the mysterious forces that shape life. The music was both a prayer and a medicine, soothing fears, easing pain, and restoring balance. Picture the night growing deeper, the fire shrinking to glowing embers, while the sounds gradually soften into whispers and murmurs. The shaman's voice lowers, guiding the community back from the spirit journey, grounding everyone gently in the present. There's a shared sense of calm and renewal, a quiet joy in knowing that healing has taken place not only in the body but in the heart and spirit. You might smile softly to yourself, thinking about how these ancient practices, so different from modern medicine, remind us of the profound connection between sound and healing, a connection that continues to echo in therapies and rituals across the world today. Let yourself settle into the lingering warmth of this sacred space, the rhythm of the drums now a gentle heartbeat in your mind, carrying you toward rest and renewal. When you're ready, simply breathe deeply and carry this calm, sacred energy with you, knowing that the ancient wisdom of sound and healing lives on in the quiet moments of your own life. The night deepens, but the spirit of the ritual lingers softly in the air. You can almost feel the gentle ripple of ancient wisdom threading through the stillness, a reminder that healing is as much about connection as cure, and that the vibrations of sound carry far beyond the ears, settling deep within the body and soul. Imagine the shaman's hands finally resting, the last rattle fading into silence. The community exhales together, a shared breath of release and hope. Though the ceremony has ended, the echoes of those drumbeats remain with you, an invisible thread linking past and present, spirit and flesh. As you settle more comfortably, wrapped in this quiet magic, let yourself feel gratitude for the resilience of these ancient traditions, how the first humans, in their search for relief and peace, discovered that sound itself could be a balm, a bridge, and a guide. And with that soothing thought, allow your mind to drift gently into rest. The rhythm of those distant drums accompanying your breath, softly, steadily, like a heartbeat beneath the stars. Whenever you return to wakefulness, remember that the healing power of sound has journeyed with you all along, a timeless companion through the ages. The ceremony's quiet closure settles like a soft blanket over the night, inviting your thoughts to drift gently into calm. With each fading echo, you feel the ancient wisdom of sound weaving peace through your mind and body. Let this tranquil rhythm carry you deeper into rest, wrapped in the enduring embrace of healing vibrations that have comforted humanity across time. You find yourself in a time long before cities rose and scrolls were written, where music was born from the earth itself, raw, natural, and deeply intertwined with the rhythms of life. Imagine the touch of ancient hands shaping the first musical instruments, simple yet profound tools crafted to speak the language of healing. Close your eyes and picture a slender bone flute, carved meticulously from the wing bone of a bird or the leg bone of a small animal. The surface is smooth but carries the faint texture of natural grain, worn from generations of careful handling. The player's breath flows steadily into the instrument's hollow tube, creating soft, haunting melodies that float gently through the air. The sound is airy, ethereal, almost like the whisper of the wind weaving through trees at dusk. Now, alongside this delicate flute, envision the deep grounding pulse of a wooden drum, made from hollowed-out logs or carefully stretched animal hides. These drums resonate with a heartbeat-like rhythm. The thick hands of a healer strike the drum's taut surface, sending vibrations that ripple through your body, stirring the soul and awakening ancient energies. The sound is earthy and vibrant, a steady call to gather, to focus, to heal. These early instruments were not mere entertainment, they were lifelines. Across distant lands, from the icy plains of Europe to the sun-drenched deserts of Africa and the lush forests of Asia, bone flutes and wooden drums served as bridges between the physical and spiritual worlds. Their music was believed to soothe pain, summon protective spirits, and realign the broken energies within the body. Crafting these instruments was a delicate art. Imagine the patience required to drill perfect holes in a fragile bone without cracking it, or to stretch animal skin tightly enough over a wooden frame to produce a clear, resonant beat. The first musicians were also apprentices in perseverance, learning how subtle shifts in breath or strike could change a note's tone or the drum's depth. No small feat, especially when your workshop was the forest and your tools were stones and sharpened bones. Playing these instruments demanded not just skill, but a deep connection to the earth and the rhythms of life itself. The flutist needed to steady their breath, channeling calm and focus as they coaxed melodies from the hollow bone. The drummer, in turn, synchronized with the natural beats of the heart and the footsteps of the tribe, their hands moving in an ancient dance of healing. Imagine the gentle flutter of breath through the flute, a sound that could lull restless spirits and calm the troubled mind. Feel the reassuring thump of the drum, grounding and energizing, like the pulse of the earth beneath your feet. Together, these sounds formed a sonic tapestry, weaving threads of comfort, strength, and renewal. Even today, echoes of these ancient instruments linger in traditional healing rituals around the world. The shaman's drumbeat, the healer's flute song, they remind us that music's power to heal is timeless, transcending cultures and ages. And it all began with simple bones and wood, touched by human hands and hearts eager to mend. So as you listen to these ancient tones in your mind, let yourself be carried gently by their breath and beat. Feel the soothing calm of the flute's whisper and the steady courage of the drum's pulse, connecting you to a vast, shared human history of healing through sound. And if you find yourself curious, perhaps you'll imagine the first flute player, cheeks puffed and eyes squinting, trying to find just the right note, mastering not only an instrument, but a gift that would echo across millennia. Take a deep breath, and as the music of ages past swirls softly around you, settle into the comfort of knowing you're part of a story written in sound, healing, and heartbeats. As the music flows gently on, let's imagine the settings where these instruments came to life. Picture a circle of people gathered around a flickering fire under a vast starry sky. The air is crisp and cool, carrying the scent of smoke and earth. The healer lifts the bone flute to their lips, and a soft, haunting melody drifts upward, weaving with the crackling flames and the rustling leaves. Nearby, another strikes the wooden drum, sending steady beats that echo like the heartbeat of the earth itself. These sounds were more than music. They were tools of connection. They brought comfort in times of sickness, strength in moments of fear, and unity within the community. The rhythms guided dancers and dreamers alike, shifting moods and minds toward healing and hope. You might wonder how such simple instruments could hold such power, but it's in their very nature, the deep breath into the flute, the firm hand on the drum, that these sounds align with our own body's rhythms. Like a lullaby calms a child, or a steady beat keeps a heartbeat steady. These early melodies and pulses helped regulate emotions and spirits, promoting wellness in ways both seen and unseen. Across the ancient world, different cultures shaped these instruments to their own needs and environments. In the forests, bone flutes mimicked bird calls. In the plains, drums echoed the thunderous steps of animals. In the mountains, hollowed stones and horns joined the chorus. Each soundscape was unique, yet they shared a common thread: the pursuit of harmony within and without. Imagine the effort behind mastering these instruments. A flute player learning to control their breath and finger placement, chasing that perfect note that soothes aching souls. A drummer coordinating hands to create rhythms that lull or invigorate, depending on the moment's need. It's a dance of patience and devotion, where every sound is an offering. And while the music was serious business, there was room for joy and play. You can almost hear the laughter of a young apprentice attempting a squeaky note, or the playful teasing among healers about who has the deepest drum beat or the clearest flute tone. Even in the solemnity of healing rituals, lightness found its place. So, as the soft notes linger in your mind, feel the calm they inspire, the connection they foster. Let the ancient breath of the flute and the grounded pulse of the drum wrap around you. A gentle reminder that healing has always been a melody carried through time, from bone and wood to your very heart. And now, with this quiet music humming in the background of your thoughts, rest easy in the knowledge that the earliest musicians offered more than sound. They offered comfort, community, and hope. You find yourself in a softly lit cave, where shadows dance gently on the rough stone walls. Around you, a small group of voices begins to rise, weaving together in a steady, hypnotic chant. The sound is deep, resonant, and surprisingly comforting, a rhythmic hum that seems to wrap itself around your breath and pulse. Imagine the sensation of these voices vibrating not just in your ears but through your chest, your limbs, even your fingertips. It's as if the very air is alive, flowing with waves of sound that calm your mind and steady your heartbeat. This is no ordinary noise, it's an ancient medicine, carried by the power of chanting. Long before words were written down, before instruments filled the silence, human beings discovered that their own voices could be healing tools. Chanting, the repetition of simple sounds or prayers, was used to summon calm, to ward off illness, and to connect with forces beyond the visible world. Picture a circle of people, gathered in a temple or forest clearing, their voices rising and falling like a gentle tide. The repetitive nature of chanting helps slow the breath, inviting a deep, rhythmic inhale and exhale that soothes anxiety and sharpens focus. It's a shared experience, a collective breath that knits the group together. Physiologically, these vibrations stimulate the vagus nerve, a key player in relaxation and healing, gently coaxing your body into a state of ease. Psychologically, chanting can quiet the busy chatter of the mind, creating space for healing, thoughts, and emotional release. Visualize the subtle shifts in the environment too. The flickering glow of candlelight reflecting in closed eyes, the soft rustle of fabric as bodies sway in time with the chant. Each sound is a thread, weaving a tapestry of peace and connection. Chanting is a universal practice, appearing across continents and cultures, from the deep mantras of Himalayan monks, to the Kalandra singing of indigenous healers, to the sacred vowels uttered in ancient Egyptian temples. Despite differences in language and ritual, the essence remains the same: sound as a balm for the body and spirit. Imagine yourself joining this ancient chorus, your voice blending seamlessly with the others. Feel the gentle vibration carrying through you, a warm pulse that invites stillness and restoration. There's a simplicity here that feels profound. No need for complex instruments or elaborate words, just the pure power of the human voice, echoing through time as the chant continues. Notice how your breath lengthens, your muscles soften, and your thoughts drift into a quiet, peaceful rhythm. The sound becomes a gentle anchor, grounding you in the present moment, where healing quietly unfolds. Let yourself be carried on this wave of sound, imagining the many generations before you who found solace and strength in these same vibrations. It's a timeless dance between breath, voice, and spirit, a reminder of the deep, healing potential within us all. As the chant lingers in the air, imagine the subtle shifts happening within you. The steady, repetitive sounds work their magic, releasing tension you didn't even realize you were holding. Each syllable acts like a gentle massage for your nervous system, coaxing it towards calm. You might even feel a soothing warmth radiate from your chest, spreading slowly through your limbs, grounding you in this moment of quiet connection. In ancient healing traditions, chanting was often paired with breathing techniques, deep, intentional inhales followed by slow, controlled exhales. This harmony of sound and breath enhanced the body's natural ability to relax and repair itself. It's like tuning a delicate instrument, restoring balance where discord once reigned. Picture yourself moving through a cycle of chant, breath, and silence. Between the rhythmic vocalizations, there is stillness, a sacred pause where your body and mind integrate the soothing waves. This interplay between sound and quiet deepens the healing experience, inviting a gentle surrender to peace. You might even catch yourself smiling softly, feeling a lightness where before there was heaviness. This is the understated power of chant, a humble, ancient remedy that requires nothing more than your own voice and breath. Think about the setting once again, perhaps a temple with high vaulted ceilings that carry the echoes far and wide, or a secluded forest clearing where the only other sounds are the whisper of leaves and distant birdsong. Wherever it is, this space feels sacred, a natural sanctuary where healing can unfold in harmony with the world around you. As the voices rise and fall, you sense the invisible thread weaving through the group, a collective intention to heal, to connect, to find peace. You are part of this living web, your voice and breath joining countless others across history and culture, who have turned to chant for comfort and restoration. Let yourself rest in this soundscape, letting each vibration wash over you like a gentle tide, clearing away worry and inviting calm. There is a timelessness here, a steady pulse that carries you softly forward, and as the final echoes fade, you feel renewed, connected not just to the present moment, but to the vast, ancient tradition of healing through sound. Your breath slows, your body softens, and your mind settles into a peaceful stillness. With a gentle smile, you carry this calm with you, knowing that the healing power of chanting is always within reach. A simple song waiting in your own voice. You find yourself stepping softly into the land of ancient Egypt, where the air is thick with the sweet, lingering scent of burning incense. Delicate curls of smoke dance lazily upward, weaving around towering columns and rich tapestries that line the temple walls. The flickering light of oil lamps casts shadows that move gently with the rhythm of chanting priests, their voices blending in a melodic hum that fills the vast stone chambers. The soundscape here is unlike any other. Lyres strum with tender reverence, sistrums jingle in precise rhythm, and flutes breathe out haunting melodies that seem to weave through the very fabric of the temple. These aren't just music for entertainment, they are instruments of healing, tools for restoring balance to body and soul, a sacred language between the earthly and divine. Imagine yourself seated on a cool stone bench, the texture rough but comforting beneath you. The walls are adorned with vibrant hieroglyphs telling stories of gods and kings. But here, at this moment, the focus is on the music, the pulse and flow that seem to stir something ancient within you. The priest's chants rise and fall like the Nile's own currents, carrying with them prayers and invocations meant to call forth the healing powers of the gods. Sound in this world is not accidental. It is carefully woven into rituals that blend medicine, spirituality, and ceremony. When a person is ill, it is believed that their body has lost harmony with the universe, and only through the sacred vibrations of song and instrumental music can that harmony be restored. The lyre's gentle plucks mimic the heartbeat, the sistrum's shaking mimics the pulse, and the breathy flutes echo the wind's whisper, each playing a part in coaxing the sick back to health. There is an undeniable grandeur to these ceremonies, as befits a civilization ruled by gods on earth. You can almost smile at the thought of the elaborate costumes, the flowing robes embroidered with gold thread, the heavy jewelry glinting in the firelight, and the carefully arranged headdresses, towering above the priests' serene faces. Yet beneath this pageantry lies a deep understanding. Sound is a bridge, a bomb, a channel of sacred power. The temple's healing soundscape also includes the murmur of temple workers, the soft footsteps of attendants bringing offerings, and the subtle resonance of the architecturally perfect halls, designed to amplify and cradle each note, each chant, as if the very stones themselves join in the healing chorus. It's a space where the physical and spiritual entwine seamlessly, where music is medicine and ritual is a pathway to well-being. As you breathe in the mingled aromas and let the music wash over you, imagine the hopeful eyes of those seeking healing, the soothing touch of the priest's chants wrapping around them like a comforting shawl. You sense the reverence and the trust placed in these sounds. Centuries before science could explain vibrations and frequencies, before instruments could be mass-produced, long before headphones offered a personal sound bubble, this ancient practice, though wrapped in mysticism, reveals something timeless: how sound can calm, uplift, and heal. You feel invited to pause, to listen closely, and perhaps to remember that the music around you is not just history, but a gentle reminder of humanity's oldest quest, to find peace and restoration through the power of sound. When you imagine the temple's fading light, and the final notes of the lyre lingering in the air. It's clear that here in ancient Egypt, music was far more than art. It was a sacred act, a healing touch reaching across the ages. The sun outside dips lower, casting long golden beams through the open colonnades, warming the cool stone floors where the priests move gracefully in their ritual dance. Their feet shuffle softly, barely, making a sound as the sistrum's shimmering tones rise and fall like gentle waves. The lyre's strings vibrate beneath delicate fingers, each note a prayer, a wish for healing sent forth into the vastness of the desert sky. You might imagine the temple's patience, those weary souls drawn here from villages far and wide, gathered quietly, their breaths mingling with the sacred sounds. Some sit cross-legged, others reclining on simple mats, all attentive to the musical offerings meant to soothe their pains. The ancient Egyptians believed that these sounds could cleanse impurities, restore balance, and even ward off malevolent spirits. The priests' chants are carefully taught, each syllable enunciated with precision, their voices weaving complex patterns of sound designed to resonate deep within the body and spirit. These weren't casual songs, but powerful incantations passed down through generations, a living tradition of sonic medicine. Imagine the ritual fire, its flames flickering like a heartbeat, casting warm light on the richly decorated altar. Around it, the smell of myrrh and frankincense mingles, heightening the sense of sacred space. The rhythmic pulse of the drums begins to swell, grounding the ceremony, inviting both participant and observer into a trance-like calm where healing seems not just possible but inevitable. The music flows beyond the temple walls, carried by the Nile's breeze to bustling markets, humble homes, and grand palaces alike. In every corner of ancient Egypt, sound was a thread connecting the mundane to the divine, the sick to health, fear to hope. You might chuckle softly, picturing the occasional misstep in such grand ceremonies, perhaps a sistrum player who forgets their rhythm, or a lyre string that snaps mid-performance. Yet, even these moments only add to the human warmth of the rituals, reminding you that behind the splendor, these were living, breathing people, using music to touch the deepest parts of themselves and others. As the temple's evening settles, the last echoes of the lyre fade into a profound stillness, leaving behind a lingering sense of peace. In this ancient world, the power of sound was more than an art. It was a lifeline, a bridge to wellness, a sacred gift offered through melody and rhythm. You feel invited to carry this sense of calm and restoration with you, a gentle reminder of how music has always been a companion on the path to healing. The temple grows quiet now, but the echoes of its healing sounds remain with you, a timeless melody weaving through the ages. As you settle into this peaceful moment, feel the gentle embrace of ancient music carrying you softly toward rest. Its sacred rhythm, a lullaby from the heart of Egypt itself. You find yourself stepping gently into the healing chambers of ancient Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization where sound weaves its subtle magic in a delicate dance with herbs and prayers. The air here is thick with a blend of warm incense and earthy aromas, while soft harp melodies ripple through the cool stone walls, carrying a peaceful cadence that soothes both body and spirit. Imagine the flickering glow of oil lamps casting shadows on the clay tablets carefully inscribed with musical notations, some of the oldest written music known to humankind. These tablets hold more than notes. They hold knowledge passed down through generations, a testament to the early understanding of sound as a bridge to healing. As you settle into this sacred space, you hear the gentle plucking of harp strings, their vibrations weaving through the stillness like a tender whisper. Nearby, priests chant sacred hymns, melodies rising and falling in rhythmic waves, designed to restore balance within the troubled body. It's a harmonious blend of science and spirituality, where medicine and music intertwine seamlessly. The patient reclining on woven mats, eyes closed as the healing melodies wash over them, mingling with the scent of freshly crushed herbs laid nearby. The soft murmur of prayers floats through the room, carried by the lips of the healer, words believed to amplify the curative power of the music itself. You might smile to yourself, imagining how, even thousands of years ago, the power of sound was recognized as more than mere entertainment. It was a sacred tool, carefully harnessed to mend wounds unseen and calm storms raging within. The rhythmic pulse of drums occasionally breaks through the harp's gentleness, a heartbeat grounding the ceremony in earthly strength. You can almost feel the energy shifting as the healing ritual gathers momentum, drawing body and soul into a state of gentle renewal. Nearby, shelves hold jars of fragrant oils and poultices, their ingredients gathered from the fertile Mesopotamian plains, a reminder of the holistic approach to wellness here. Sound, scent, and touch join forces in a quiet symphony of care. As you breathe in the mingling scents and listen to the layered sounds, there's a profound sense of connection to nature, to the divine, and to the enduring human quest for healing. This room, with its soft illumination and echoing melodies, invites you to slow down and reflect on the ancient wisdom that recognized music as medicine. Long before modern science caught up. The atmosphere is calming, infused with a reverent hush that encourages deep rest and restoration. Here, in the heart of Mesopotamia, sound becomes a gentle guide, leading you closer to balance and peace. Let yourself be carried on the harp's tender notes and the priest's sacred chants, feeling the resonance ripple through every fiber of your being. In this moment, you become part of an age-old tradition, one where music and healing are inseparable companions. As the ritual gradually winds down, the final notes linger softly in the air, like a delicate breath of wind caressing the ear, promising renewed strength and calm. Rest here, in the stillness and the soft glow, embraced by the timeless harmony of sound and spirit woven through the ages in this ancient sanctuary. The quiet hum of the healing chamber gently fades as the ceremony concludes, leaving behind a tranquil space filled with the soft rustle of robes and the faint, lingering scent of myrrh. You imagine the healer carefully closing the ancient tablets, their inscriptions holding secrets that bridged the earthly and the divine. Outside, the sun dips lower, casting a warm golden glow over the fertile plains of Mesopotamia, where the rivers Tigris and Euphrates flow steadily, nourishing the land as sound nourished the soul within these walls. As you take a slow breath, you reflect on the remarkable blend of ritual and reason, where music was not merely for pleasure, but a profound pathway to wellness. The Mesopotamians understood intuitively that the right sound, paired with sacred words and healing herbs, could soothe pain, calm the mind, and restore the body's natural balance. There's a comforting rhythm pulse that connects the past with the present, reminding you that healing has always been as much an art as a science. You feel a gentle calm wash over you, as if the very vibrations of the ancient music are still echoing softly, not just in this chamber, but in the heartbeats of all who have ever sought comfort through sound. So, as you linger in this moment of quiet reflection, let the soothing power of these ancient melodies guide you deeper into peace and rest, carried gently on the currents of time from the cradle of civilization to here. Now, the soft echo of harp, strings and whispered hymns fades into the stillness, leaving you wrapped in a serene calm. With every breath, you carry a piece of that ancient healing wisdom, a reminder that even across millennia, the gentle power of sound continues to soothe and restore. Let this peaceful resonance cradle you as you drift deeper into rest. Connected through time by the timeless melody of healing, you find yourself stepping lightly through the sun-dappled agora of ancient Greece, where the air hums softly with the plucking of a lyre. The delicate strings ripple like a gentle breeze, weaving melodies that seem to touch both body and soul with their soothing embrace. Imagine the gentle flicker of oil lamps in nearby temples, where healing rituals intertwine music, medicine, and philosophy in a dance as old as time. Here, the Greeks didn't just see music as entertainment, it was a fundamental force that shaped human character and health. Philosophers like Pythagoras believed in the music of the spheres, a cosmic harmony that resonated within us, and physicians like Hippocrates recognized the power of music to restore balance. Picture the lyre's soft tones mingling with chanting voices, echoing through marble halls, where people sought relief from physical and mental ailments. The concept of ethos comes alive. Certain musical modes were thought to stir specific emotions and promote healing. In one corner, you might overhear a lively debate on which mode best calms the troubled mind. Some swear by the gentle Dorian, others champion the bright Phrygian. You chuckle quietly, realizing that even then, the right playlist was a topic of spirited conversation. Visualize public healing ceremonies, where music is central, the rhythm of the aloes pipes guiding breathing exercises, the steady beat of drums accompanying dance rituals designed to cleanse the spirit. The Greeks saw these sounds not as separate from the body but as integral to health, fostering a balance between mind and flesh that today we'd call holistic. Feel the warm sun on your skin and the vibrant pulse of a culture deeply attuned to sound's subtle power. As you listen, you begin to understand that for the ancient Greeks, music was a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, between disorder and harmony. It was a gentle, ancient medicine that helped heal wounds both seen and unseen. As you settle deeper into this serene moment, imagine the quiet wisdom of the Greek physicians who carefully prescribed music, much like we might prescribe herbs or rest. They understood that healing wasn't just about the body, but the entire being, emotions, thoughts, and spirit, woven together in delicate balance. The melodic strains of the lyre, or the breathy call of the aloes, weren't merely sounds. They were tools crafted to soothe anxiety, lift the spirit, and steady the heart. Picture a small group gathered in a shaded courtyard, the air filled with soft murmurs and the occasional laughter, as a skilled musician plucks at strings with practiced ease. Their music ebbs and flows, matching the rhythms of breath and heartbeat, guiding listeners gently toward calm and clarity. The children watch with wide eyes, perhaps learning the power of sound themselves, a tradition passed down through generations. Notice how the Greeks also appreciated the cautionary side of music's influence. They warned against certain modes that could incite anger or sorrow, mindful that sound, like medicine, had its proper uses and dangers. It's a comforting thought. Even thousands of years ago, people were tuning their lives carefully to the frequencies of harmony and healing. That as the day fades, the echoes of chanting monks and the gentle hum of lyres blend into a lullaby for the soul. Feel the connection across time, a thread of sound stretching from ancient amphitheaters to your own quiet space. In this moment, the harmony of body and soul feels within reach, a gift wrapped in the soft folds of music's timeless embrace. And with that gentle harmony lingering in the air, you can let your thoughts drift peacefully, carried on the soothing waves of ancient melodies. The timeless dance of music and healing reminds us that across centuries and cultures, sound remains a quiet companion to our well-being, a balm for both body and spirit. The gentle plucking of guqin strings drifts through a quiet garden, the delicate notes weaving through the morning mist like whispers from another time. You find yourself there, among ancient stone pathways lined with bamboo and flowering plum trees, where the music flows as naturally as the breeze. It's in this serene setting that the ancient Chinese first discovered the deep connection between sound, nature, and healing. Imagine the soft vibrations of the guqin, a slender seven-stringed instrument whose silken tones resonate not just in the air but within the body itself. Each note, each tone, holds a special significance. In traditional Chinese thought, music is much more than mere entertainment. It's a bridge connecting the physical world with the unseen energies that shape health and harmony. Central to this philosophy are the 5 musical tones: gong, shang, ju, zi, and yu. These aren't just sounds, they're tied to the very elements of earth, metal, wood, fire, and water, and through these, to the organs of the body. You can almost feel the correspondence. The deep gong, anchoring like the earth beneath your feet, the sharp shang rising like metal ringing in the air, the stirring ju flickering like flames, the zi flowing gently like water, and the yu sprouting like the vibrant energy of wood. As you listen, the guqin's strings ripple with intention, each tone meant to awaken or soothe specific organs, encouraging balance and the free flow of qi, that vital life energy. It's a delicate dance, the interplay of sound and body, where a single note can calm a restless mind or energize a sluggish spirit. You might picture a healer in a simple temple chamber, the soft glow of paper lanterns casting shadows on ancient scrolls, as they coax healing harmonies from the instrument, weaving a soundscape that mends from within. The discipline to master these sounds was no small feat. Just as cultivating a garden requires patience and care, so did learning to harness the healing power of music. Practitioners spent years perfecting their touch, tuning their instruments, and deepening their understanding of the subtle relationships between sound, body, and universe. As the morning sun rises higher, you can almost smell the faint scent of incense mingling with the crisp air, the Gukin's melodies offering a balm to weary souls. This music was never rushed or loud. It moved gently, like water flowing over smooth stones, inviting the listener to breathe deeply and surrender to the present moment. Through this ancient tradition, you glimpse a worldview where health isn't just the absence of illness, but a harmonious balance maintained through mindful sound, nature's rhythms, and the patient artistry of healing hands. It's a reminder that sometimes the softest whispers of music hold the deepest power. Imagine now yourself seated quietly in that garden, surrounded by the soothing hum of life and the subtle resonance of 5 tones, each note a gentle nudge toward calm and restoration. You breathe in time with the music, feeling the balance unfold from within. As the healing journey continues, carried on the delicate strings and timeless wisdom of ancient China, the garden around you feels alive, with quiet energy, as if the very earth beneath your feet hums softly in tune with the Gukin's melody. You notice the subtle rustling of leaves, stirred by a gentle breeze, harmonizing with the music's ebb and flow. Every element, the water trickling in a nearby stone basin, the distant call of a songbird, seems to participate in this ancient symphony of healing. In traditional Chinese medicine, this connection between sound and the body's organs is part of a broader understanding of the universe, where balance and harmony govern health. The 5 tones don't just correspond to elements and organs, they also align with seasons, emotions, colors, and directions, creating a rich tapestry of associations that heal both body and mind. For example, the gong tone, associated with the earth element and the spleen, carries grounding energy, calming anxious thoughts and strengthening vitality. You can almost feel the gentle pulse of these sounds vibrating through your own body, settling like a soothing balm over tense muscles and racing thoughts. The repetitive, deliberate playing of these tones helps regulate breath and heartbeat, inviting a meditative calm. It's easy to understand why ancient Chinese healers considered music not only an art form, but a medicine, a way to coax the body back into natural rhythm. Visualize now a healer, seated by a low wooden table, the Gukin resting in their lap. Their fingers move with care and grace, producing a melody that's less about notes and more about intention, a sonic prayer aimed at restoring balance. As the music fills the space, other sounds emerge. The soft scrape of a brush painting calligraphy on silk scrolls, the faint rustle of silk robes, the whispered chant of healing mantras. While this ancient practice may seem distant, its core message resonates deeply, that healing can be found in harmony with ourselves, with nature, and with the sounds that surround us. The Gukin's gentle vibrations remind us that sometimes the most profound medicine isn't a complex formula or a loud declaration, but a quiet, persistent note that encourages us to listen, breathe, and heal. As the music lingers, you feel yourself drawn deeper into this serene moment where time slows and the boundaries between body and spirit blur. The healing power of sound, passed down through generations, continues its journey from ancient Chinese gardens to the quiet spaces of your own mind, inviting peace and restoration with every note. In this shared silence, wrapped in the resonance of the 5 tones, you carry with you a fragment of an ancient wisdom, a reminder that within the gentle pulse of music lies a path to balance, health, and tranquility. The soft vibrations fade gently, leaving behind a serene stillness that feels both grounding and uplifting. As you sit quietly, the echoes of those ancient tones seem to mingle with your own breath, weaving a calm presence that settles comfortably within. It's a subtle reminder that healing, in its purest form, often arrives not with fanfare but through simple, harmonious rhythms, a timeless lullaby from the past reaching into the present. You find yourself enveloped in the gentle embrace of sound, as delicate sitar strings begin to hum softly in the quiet space around you. Each pluck resonates like a whispered secret, weaving through the air with a grace that feels both ancient and alive. Nearby, the rhythmic beat of the tabla adds a heartbeat to the melody, grounding the music with a steady pulse that feels like the very breath of the earth itself. Imagine the setting, an ancient chamber bathed in the warm glow of oil lamps, their flickering flames casting dancing shadows on intricately carved wooden walls. The air carries the subtle scent of sandalwood and jasmine, creating a serene atmosphere where time seems to slow. Here, music is more than art. It is a sacred language spoken directly to the soul, believed to mend the mind and body in profound ways. This is the world of Indian ragas, a rich tradition where melodies are crafted with deliberate intention. Each raga is a carefully structured framework of notes and motifs, designed to evoke specific moods, emotions, and even healing effects. The sitar's shimmering tones flow effortlessly, inviting you to sink deeper into a state of calm and introspection. Historically, these ragas were intricately linked to times of day and seasons, each tuned to the rhythms of nature and human experience. Morning ragas, with their bright, uplifting scales, would awaken the spirit gently, like the first rays of dawn touching a quiet garden. Evening ragas, more contemplative and soothing, would ease the mind into restfulness, a soft lullaby. The soul, healing in this tradition, was as much about aligning oneself with these natural cycles as it was about the specific sound vibrations. Physicians and musicians often worked hand in hand, recognizing that the emotional and physical well-being of a person were deeply intertwined. A raga might be prescribed to soothe anxiety, strengthen the heart, or clear mental fog. Each note, a thread in the fabric of holistic care. The sitar strings, expertly manipulated by a skilled hand, create intricate patterns that rise and fall like the gentle waves of a quiet sea. Each phrase is deliberate, building tension and release, mirroring the ebb and flow of breath and thought. The tabla's rhythmic accompaniment grounds the melody, its crisp taps and rolls adding texture and movement without overwhelming the delicate soundscape. As you listen, you can almost feel the vibrations traveling through your body, softening tight muscles, calming restless thoughts, and inviting a profound sense of peace. It's as if the music itself breathes with you, a living, healing presence that transcends words. The spiritual ambience of these healing rituals often extended beyond the music alone. Chanting, meditation, and prayer might accompany the performance, weaving a tapestry of sacred sound that enveloped both healer and patient. These ceremonies were communal acts of care, where music served as a bridge between the physical and the divine. There's a playful subtlety in the way ragas guide emotion, not demanding, but suggesting moods that unfold naturally. Like a gentle conversation, the melodies invite you to explore feelings and sensations you might not have noticed before. This openness is part of what makes them so powerful and enduring. Imagine yourself in this ancient healing space, surrounded by attentive listeners whose breaths synchronize with the music's rhythm. The sitar's notes dance lightly in the air, delicate as a butterfly's wings, while the tabla's heartbeat invites you to relax more deeply into your body. It's a moment suspended in time, a shared journey toward balance and restoration. The practice of ragas continues today, a testament to their timeless ability to touch the human spirit. Whether played in a grand temple or a quiet room, these melodies hold the power to comfort, uplift, and heal, connecting past and present through the universal language of sound. So as you breathe in the resonance of this music, feel the ancient wisdom flowing through each note, a gentle reminder of the harmony possible when mind, body, and melody align. Let the soothing power of the ragas guide you into a space of calm, where healing begins with a single, tender sound. As the ragas gently fade, the lingering vibrations leave you wrapped in a cocoon of calm, a quiet testament to music's enduring ability to heal. You might imagine that somewhere, long ago, a healer's hands carefully crafted these melodies, not just to please the ear but to soothe the deepest parts of the human spirit. And here you are, connected to that ancient tradition, feeling the timeless rhythm of sound and soul entwined. Perhaps now, in this moment of stillness, you notice the subtle shifts within yourself, a softening of tension, a gentle brightening of mood, the calm steadiness of breath. It's as if the music has drawn you closer to a natural state of balance, a harmony between body and mind that has been sought and cherished for millennia. And as you carry this sensation forward, remember that these ancient ragas are more than notes and rhythms. They are stories, prayers, and medicines all wrapped into one. A melodic reminder that healing can often come from the most delicate and beautiful of places. The sound of a single string vibrating just so, echoing across time and space too. soothe and restore. When you feel ready, you may begin to bring your awareness back gently to the present moment, carrying with you the peace and warmth these melodies have shared. And if ever the world feels overwhelming, you can return here, to the soft embrace of ancient Indian ragas, and let the music heal once more. You find yourself stepping softly into the serene space of an ancient healing sanctuary, a place where body, mind, and spirit intertwine in a dance of restoration. Imagine cool water trickling gently nearby, its soothing murmur blending seamlessly with the delicate aroma of burning incense curling upwards in lazy spirals, casting a fragrant veil over the stone halls. The air hums softly with the faint strains of lyres and flutes, their melodies wrapping around you like a comforting embrace. This is a temple dedicated to healing, perhaps the sanctuary of Asclepius in Greece, or an Egyptian complex where priests and healers use every sense to guide visitors toward wellness. Here, music is not merely entertainment, it is an essential thread woven through rituals of purification, prayer, and rest. As you walk through marble colonnades, your footsteps muted against the cool stone, notice the gentle rhythms pulsing through the space, the heartbeat of drums, the measured chanting of priests, the lilting notes of strings. Each sound is carefully chosen to align with the sacred purpose of the sanctuary, to balance the energies within, calm the restless mind, and invite the body's natural powers to awaken. Picture a patient reclining on a stone couch, eyes closed, breathing synchronized with the rise and fall of a harp's melody. The music moves slowly, deliberate and calming, working in tandem with soft water sounds and the faint rustle of palm leaves outside. This fusion of environment and sound crafts a cocoon where healing can unfold, where pain softens and hope takes root. Throughout the sanctuary, rituals unfold with graceful rhythm. Priests sprinkle water purified by sacred springs, their voices rising in chant, their instruments echoing the celestial order believed to restore balance. The interplay of prayer and melody weaves a sacred tapestry, nurturing the soul as much as the flesh. Feel the warmth of flickering oil lamps casting gentle shadows, the faint scent of myrrh and frankincense mingling with the coolness of the stone. Every element, sound, scent, light plays its part in this holistic symphony of healing, designed to soothe not just symptoms, but the whole being. In these temples, healing is a dialogue between nature, the divine, and human effort. Music acts as a bridge, linking the seen and unseen, the conscious and unconscious. It guides, supports, and cradles those who come seeking relief. Imagine yourself resting here, letting the soft music wash over you, the sacred space inviting stillness and peace. In this harmony of senses and spirit, ancient people found not just cures for the body, but balm for the soul. This is the heart of healing sanctuaries, a place where sound becomes medicine, where every note is a step on the path to wholeness, where you can simply be held gently by the music and the sacredness of the moment. As you settle deeper into this tranquil sanctuary, the layers of healing reveal themselves more fully. The gentle plucking of a lyre strings mingles with whispered prayers, creating an atmosphere that feels both intimate and expansive. You can almost hear the echo of footsteps from centuries past, pilgrims seeking solace, patients hoping for relief, and priests dedicating their lives to the art of restoration. In these sacred spaces, healing was never just a matter of herbs or potions. It was a ceremony involving the entire self. The music, carefully crafted and performed, was believed to align the body's humors and spirits with the cosmos. Each note, each rhythm, was part of a larger conversation with the divine forces that governed health and fate. Picture the healing chambers lined with smooth stone, softened by woven mats and cushions, where patients would rest and listen to the soothing melodies that filled the air. The scent of fresh oils and burning incense carried on a gentle breeze from open courtyards, while fountains murmured nearby, their waters symbolizing purification and renewal. The priests and musicians were not mere entertainers but skilled facilitators of this sacred healing process. Their chants and instrumental harmonies were tailored to specific ailments and spiritual needs, a precursor to what we might now call personalized medicine. The repetitive patterns and vibrations helped induce trance states, calming anxiety and promoting sleep, a vital part of the healing journey. Sometimes, the music was accompanied by ritual dances or offerings, adding layers of sensory engagement that deepened the patient's immersion in the experience. This multisensory approach was designed to lift the individual beyond their pain, offering moments of transcendence and hope. Imagine the soft ripple of a flute weaving through the quiet sanctuary, its airy notes floating like a gentle breeze. The rhythmic beating of drums grounds the soul, echoing the heartbeat and inviting the body to relax. The singer's voices rise and fall, creating a wave of sound that carries away tension and invites peace. These ancient healing sanctuaries understood something profoundly modern, that healing is holistic, touching not just the physical wound, but the emotional and spiritual heart. The soundscape was a living medicine, crafted with intention and care. As you breathe in the mingling scents and feel the vibrations of the music around you, allow yourself to be enveloped by this ancient wisdom. Here, in the union of stone, sound, and spirit, healing finds its voice, a gentle reminder that sometimes the most profound cures come not from what is seen or touched, but from what is heard and felt deep within. As the soft music fades into a tranquil silence, you feel a deep sense of calm settle within you. The ancient echoes of healing songs remind you of the enduring power of sound, not just as melody, but as a gentle force that reaches into the very core of who we are. With this peaceful harmony lingering in your mind, you rest quietly, wrapped in the timeless embrace of healing and hope. You wake gently to the subtle rhythm of your own breath, a quiet pulse that has carried life through countless generations. Imagine, then, ancient healers who first noticed that breath and sound, when combined thoughtfully, might unlock a mysterious harmony within the body and mind. The science of vibrational healing begins here, in the simple acts of breathing deeply, listening closely, and vocalizing tones that resonate beyond the ears. Picture yourself in a serene space, perhaps a cave warmed by flickering firelight, or a sun-dappled clearing where wind whispers softly through leaves. You sit comfortably, your lungs filling slowly, as a gentle hum escapes your lips. That hum isn't just noise, it's a vibration, a wave of energy traveling through your body, touching every muscle, every cell. Ancient practitioners observed these vibrations carefully. They saw how steady breath and vocal tone could calm a racing heart or ease tense muscles. The practice was as much about feeling as knowing. In some traditions, the healer would guide a patient through controlled breathing exercises, encouraging long measured inhales followed by sustained vocal sounds, a low chant or a soft melody. These sounds, like ripples on a still pond, seemed to ripple through the nervous system, promoting relaxation and balance. It was early medicine, experimental and intuitive, discovering connections without the microscopes or monitors of today. Imagine the curiosity of these early healers, testing different tones, some deep and rumbling like distant thunder, others light and clear as a bird's call. They noticed how certain sounds soothed headaches or settled the mind after trauma. Sometimes, the experiments were humorous. Imagine a healer trying to hold a note long enough while patients exchanged amused glances, or tried to mimic the strange noises themselves. Yet beneath the playful atmosphere was a profound insight. Sound and breath together are a gateway to well-being. Breath itself is a bridge between the outside world and the inner self. Every inhalation brings life-sustaining air. Every exhale releases tension and fatigue. When paired with sound, breath becomes a deliberate tool. The vibration created by your voice travels not just through the air but through your body, encouraging a gentle massage of your internal organs and a soothing of your nervous system. This was the essence of vibrational healing. Centuries before the words sound therapy entered the modern lexicon, you might picture the rhythmic chants of monks in ancient monasteries, the measured breathing of shamans calling spirits, or the gentle humming of healers in the Far East guiding patients toward balance. Across cultures, the connection between breath, sound, and health was recognized, even if the language to explain it was still evolving. As you breathe in deeply now, feel the coolness of the air filling your lungs. When you breathe out, imagine the vibrations of a low, steady hum coursing through your chest and throat, soothing every fiber of your being. This is the same connection ancient people embraced, harnessing the simple power of breath and sound to heal and to find peace. Beyond the physiological, breath and sound held spiritual significance. The act of controlled breathing and vocalizing was often woven into rituals, blending medicine and mysticism. It was a dance of the body and soul, a holistic approach that recognized humans as more than flesh and bone. Through breath and sound, ancient healers offered a gentle invitation to reconnect with oneself and the world. Around. Think too of the settings where these practices unfolded: quiet spaces with earthy scents, the soft crackle of fire, the distant murmur of nature. Each element combined to create an atmosphere ripe for healing. The healer's voice was a guide, the patient's breath a partner in this journey toward balance. And so, as you continue to breathe, perhaps softly humming a note that feels right, you are partaking in a tradition as old as humanity itself, practice that honors the delicate interplay of breath, sound, and healing. It's a gentle reminder that sometimes the simplest acts hold the deepest power, and that within you lies a wellspring of calm, waiting to be awakened by the harmony of your own breath and voice. Feel yourself sinking into this peaceful rhythm, a quiet pulse that connects you across time and culture to those earliest healers, discovering in sound and breath the keys to well-being. As the gentle vibrations of your breath settle into a soothing cadence, imagine yourself stepping softly into one of the ancient healing sanctuaries scattered across the world. The sacred temples dedicated to Asclepius in Greece, or perhaps the vast complexes along the Nile in Egypt. These were places where music and medicine intertwined seamlessly, where every sound was carefully woven into a tapestry of healing rituals. Picture the soft rush of water flowing nearby, mingling with the delicate flicker of incense smoke curling lazily through high stone halls. The air is heavy with calm and anticipation, filled with the faint murmur of prayers and the subtle harmony of lyres and flutes. Here, music was not merely decoration, it was an essential thread in the fabric of recovery, used to prepare the body and spirit for healing. You find yourself in a quiet chamber bathed in the warm glow of oil lamps, where patients lie in gentle repose, listening to the melodies crafted to soothe pain and mend the soul. The priests move with measured grace, their chants blending with the sounds of softly plucked strings. Each note is chosen with care, intended to harmonize the body's energies and restore balance. These healing temples embraced a holistic view of wellness: sound, scent, touch, and sight, combined to create an immersive experience. The gentle babble of fountains offered a watery counterpoint to the music, while fragrant herbs and resins burned nearby, their aromas mingling with the melodies to relax both mind and body. Imagine the tender precision behind these rituals, the way healers adjusted the pitch or tempo to match a patient's needs. The music acted like a balm, easing tension, quieting anxious thoughts, and inviting the body's natural healing processes to awaken. This blending of environment and sound speaks to an understanding ancient cultures held, that healing was more than physical. It was an art, a communion of senses and spirit. The temple became a sanctuary not just for the body, but for the soul's restoration. As you breathe in this atmosphere, feel the gentle pulse of water, the soft glow of firelight, and the comforting cadence of music washing over you, wrapping you in a cocoon of peace. This was the sanctuary of the ancients, where every sound was a step toward wholeness, every breath a thread in the healing tapestry. Let yourself rest here, in this sacred space where sound and silence meet, inviting calm and renewal. The ancient wisdom hums softly beneath the surface, a timeless melody echoing across the centuries, inviting you to embrace its gentle power. The soft echoes of ancient melodies linger in the air. As the healing sanctuary settles into quiet stillness, you feel the calm embrace of centuries-old wisdom, the gentle intertwining of breath, sound, and spirit, weaving a serene tapestry around you. In this moment, carried by the harmony of ancient healing, there is only peace, an enduring reminder that the power of sound has soothed and restored human hearts long before our time. You find yourself beneath a vast open sky, the horizon stretching endlessly, kissed by the warm glow of the sun slowly dipping toward evening. Around you, a circle of people has gathered, men, women, and children, alike each poised to take part in a communal ritual that has echoed through countless generations. Their instruments are simple but powerful: drums carved from hollowed wood and stretched animal skins, rattles filled with seeds or stones, and hands ready to coax rhythms from the earth itself. The air hums with anticipation. You feel the steady pulse of drums beginning to resonate, a deep, sonorous beat that moves through the ground beneath your feet, up through your legs, and settles into your chest like a heartbeat shared by all. The rhythm is steady but alive, weaving a hypnotic pattern that invites your body to sway, to move, to become part of something larger than yourself. Dust rises in gentle swirls as feet begin to dance, light and rhythmic. The dancers' movements mirror the drums, sometimes slow and deliberate, sometimes quick and exuberant. Laughter and joyful shouts mingle with the drum beats, the energy infectious and alive. You notice how, with each beat, a sense of community grows, boundaries blur, worries soften, and the simple act of shared sound and movement becomes a powerful bomb. This is more than music. It's a ceremony, a ritual designed to open doors within the mind and spirit. The steady drumming helps guide participants into trance-like states, a softening of the senses, a letting go of everyday thoughts. You imagine the ancient ancestors, who first discovered this magical connection between rhythm and healing, how they might have felt that pulse steady their hearts and soothe their pains. As the ceremony unfolds, you feel your own breath sinking with the beats, slow and steady. The air carries sense of earth and fire, of sweat and wildflowers. The sky shifts to deeper hues of purple and gold, stars beginning to wink into existence. Time seems to stretch and fold, and the gathering becomes a living heartbeat, a shared healing woven from sound, motion, and human connection. You might chuckle softly at the joyful abandon of the younger dancers, whose wild spins and claps spark bursts of laughter, reminding you that even the most profound rituals carry moments of lightheartedness. It's a reminder that healing is as much about joy as it is about release, that this ceremony, repeated through countless nights and generations, has served as a bridge not just between body and spirit, but between people. It's a vivid testament to the human need for connection, for rhythm, for shared experience. You can almost feel the invisible threads weaving everyone into a communal tapestry of healing energy. As the drums slow, the circle gently settles, breaths deep and calm, a soft murmuring spreads, voices mingling in quiet gratitude. You take a moment to feel the lingering warmth of the gathering, the echoes of the drum beats still thumping softly within your chest, carrying with them the ancient wisdom of sound's healing embrace. In this dance of rhythm and spirit, you've glimpsed a timeless truth, that the power of shared sound and movement can heal not only wounds but also souls, creating space for renewal and peace beneath the endless sky. As the last gentle beats fade into the night, you notice the soft sighs of relief and contentment among the circle, an unspoken gratitude for the moment shared. The tensions eased, and the spirits lifted. The ground beneath your feet feels settled, as if the earth itself has absorbed some of the healing energy, ready to offer it back in time. You might reflect on the profound simplicity of this ancient practice, how a handful of drums, the steady beating of hands, and the rhythm of movement can weave such a potent spell. It's a reminder that sometimes healing is less about complex remedies and more about connection to one another, to the earth, and to the steady pulse of life itself. The warm, communal drumming and dancing you've witnessed carries on today in various forms, celebrations, ceremonies, and therapeutic practices, all echoing those first rhythms that stirred something deep within human hearts. As you gently let the scene dissolve, you carry with you a sense of calm, a heartbeat steady and sure, a reminder of the ancient and enduring power of sound and community to heal and to renew. The steady rhythms of the drums now fade softly into the quiet night, leaving behind a gentle stillness that feels both peaceful and profound. You carry with you the echo of those communal beats, a reminder of how sound, movement, and shared experience have long been threads weaving together, healing and connection throughout human history. Don't you find yourself gently turning the fragile pages of time, stepping into the quiet chambers where ancient wisdom once blossomed? Imagine the delicate scratch of a reed stylus on clay tablets in Mesopotamia, the faint scent of papyrus and ink filling the air as scribes carefully record hymns and chants meant not only to praise gods but to heal the body and soothe the soul. These early texts reveal a fascinating world where music was seen as a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a mysterious force capable of restoring balance and vitality. You can almost hear the faint echoes of those Mesopotamian hymns, their melodies weaving through temple corridors, offering comfort to those seeking relief. Moving westward, you find yourself among the scrolls and manuscripts of ancient Greece, where thinkers like Pythagoras and Plato mused over the harmonious interplay between sound and health. The concept of music as medicine took on a philosophical depth here, as scholars observed how certain modes and rhythms could uplift the spirit or calm agitation. Imagine the gentle hum of voices in a Greek healing sanctuary, the delicate plucking of a lyre accompanying physicians' attempts to harmonize body and mind. These treatises discuss the ethos of music, its moral and emotional character, highlighting the belief that sound could realign one's inner balance. As you immerse yourself further, you find passages describing how different scales and intervals were prescribed for various ailments, an early form of personalized therapy. The idea that specific melodies could target conditions like melancholy or physical pain invites you to reflect on the roots of modern music therapy. Throughout these ancient writings, a common thread emerges. Sound is not merely entertainment, but a potent force intertwined with human well-being. The curiosity and reverence with which early healers approached music remind you that this relationship is timeless. Picture the quiet scribes and physicians, their faces illuminated by oil lamps, pondering the mysteries of vibration and tone, experimenting gently with sounds to unlock healing's secrets. Their work, fragile yet profound, forms a foundation that continues to inspire even today. The echoes of those ancient voices continue to hum softly in your mind as you imagine how these early theories traveled across time and cultures, blending and evolving. In the hands of healers and philosophers alike, music became a sacred language, an invisible thread, weaving through the fabric of human experience. Visualize the rooms where this knowledge was shared, simple yet profound spaces filled with attentive listeners, where healers sang or played instruments with intention, their sounds weaving a gentle spell. The air is thick with reverence, punctuated by the soft rustle of scrolls and whispered insights. You sense the excitement and care with which these early practitioners approached their craft. They observed how different tones could soothe agitation or stir courage, how rhythm might slow a racing heart or inspire calm. It's easy to smile at their experimental spirit, their attempts to map the unseen connections between sound and body, mind and soul. These ancient writings reveal a humanity deeply attuned to the healing potential of music, a thread that connects us to those distant times with surprising intimacy. As you let their words settle in, you feel invited into a calm, reflective space, one where the harmony of past and present resonates softly, a quiet melody of shared wisdom and healing. With this gentle understanding, you prepare to follow the journey of sound healing into other cultures and eras, each adding their own unique notes to the universal song. You find yourself walking slowly along a gentle forest path, the soft earth beneath your feet giving way with each step. Around you, the morning mist begins to lift, revealing towering trees whose leaves whisper secrets in the breeze. There's a symphony all around, the delicate trill of birdsong weaving through the rustling branches, the distant murmur of a waterfall cascading over ancient stones, and the gentle hum of the wind weaving through the grass. This is the soundscape of ancient healing, a world where nature's own music was as vital as any instrument crafted by human hands. Long before clinics and medicines, the earliest healers recognized that the world itself sang a song of restoration and peace, a melody that could soothe pain, calm the mind, and mend the spirit. Imagine a clearing in the woods where these ancient healers gathered. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming wildflowers, and the light filters softly through the canopy above. Here, the natural sounds, the rhythmic pulse of falling water, the chirp of crickets awakening, and the steady beat of wings combine seamlessly with the rhythmic tapping of wooden percussion and the low hum of chanting voices. Together, they create a space that feels both sacred and alive. The waterfall's steady cascade offers a constant, reassuring rhythm, waters tumbling endlessly, shaping stone over centuries. It's a sound of persistence and flow, reminding all who listen that healing, too, is a process unfolding in its own time. Nearby, the birds' songs dance from branch to branch, bright and varied, like a shifting mosaic of notes. These songs, so full of life and unpredictability, encourage openness and gentle attentiveness. The wind, ever present, carries the sounds through the healing space. Its soft sighs and sudden gusts mirror the natural rhythms of breath and heartbeat, aligning with the meditative states the healer sought to induce. You can almost feel it brushing your skin, a cool touch that carries away worries and invites calm. In these ancient therapies, sound was never isolated. Instead, it existed in harmony with the natural world, the healer's voice and instruments weaving into the environment's own chorus. This blending was believed to amplify healing, power each sound a thread in a vast tapestry of restoration. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture sitting on a smooth rock, the sun warming your face, while the forest's orchestra plays all around. A healer nearby strikes a hollowed wooden drum, its deep pulse joining the rhythmic splashing of the waterfall. You inhale deeply, the fresh scent of pine and moist soil filling your lungs, your heartbeat slowing in time with the sounds. The tension in your body eases as your mind drifts with the melody of wind through leaves and the gentle cooing of doves perched nearby. The ancient practitioners understood that healing was not just about curing physical ailments, but restoring balance between body, mind, and the surrounding world. The soundscape itself was a bridge, reconnecting people to the natural rhythms that sustained life. In some places, healing spaces were designed to enhance these natural acoustics, a circle of stones echoing the calls of wild birds, or a cave where dripping water created a soothing cadence. These environments invited visitors to become part of the healing song, to immerse themselves fully in a sensory experience where every sound worked in concert to calm, restore, and renew. As you imagine this scene, consider the lessons carried across millennia, that sometimes the simplest sounds, the rush of water, the rustle of leaves, the song of birds, can offer profound healing, far beyond what words alone can convey. The gentle hum of nature's music continues softly, inviting you to sink deeper into calm, to let go of tension, and to feel the timeless power of the healing soundscape wrapping gently around you as you linger in this moment. The natural sounds gently blend with the soft footsteps of a healer approaching. Their hands carry bundles of fragrant herb, sage, lavender, and rosemary, that release delicate scents into the cool air. With careful movements, the healer lights a small fire, and the rising smoke curls upward, mingling with the whispers of the forest. The crackling flames add their own subtle rhythm, punctuating the harmony of nature's chorus. The healer begins to chant softly, a melodic incantation whose tones ripple through the clearing. The voice is steady, measured, and inviting, echoing the patterns of the wind and water. These chants serve as both prayer and medicine, believed to awaken the body's innate ability to heal and to align the spirit with the earth's energies. Nearby, a set of simple wooden instruments, flutes carved from reeds, rattles filled with tiny seeds, and hand drums are brought to life. Each instrument adds a layer to the healing tapestry, the flute's airy notes weaving through the air like a gentle breeze, the rattle's crisp shakes stirring the senses, and the drum's deep pulse grounding the gathering in a shared heartbeat. Together, these sounds create a space that feels timeless, inviting you to become fully present. The healer's rhythm seems to guide your own breath, steadying and deepening it. With each inhale, you draw in the fresh scents and vibrant sounds. With each exhale, you release tension and fatigue. This ancient symphony of natural and human-made sound is more than mere background noise. It's an active force, engaging your body, mind, and spirit in a dance of renewal. It's a reminder that healing is a holistic experience, one that reaches beyond the physical to touch the very essence of being. Imagine sitting among this circle, feeling the warmth of the fire, the cool earth beneath you, and the vibrant life. All around, the sounds ripple outward, creating a cocoon of comfort and connection. You sense the shared intention of the group, a collective desire for balance and wholeness. Carried on the wings of these ancient melodies, the forest seems to respond, as if nature itself joins the ceremony. A woodpecker's gentle tapping, the distant call of an owl, the soft rustle of a deer moving quietly through the underbrush. All these voices weave into a rich soundscape that envelops you, a living lullaby that nurtures and restores. As the ritual continues, you may notice the subtle shifts within yourself, the softening of tight muscles, the slowing of racing thoughts, the quiet arrival of peace This is the power of the healing soundscape, a gentle embrace that has soothed humanity for countless generations. With every beat, breath, and whisper of nature, you feel more grounded, more whole. The sounds invite you to release what no longer serves, and to welcome a renewed sense of calm and vitality. When the ceremony draws to a close, the fire's glow dims, the instruments fall silent, and the last echoes of chant fade into the evening air. Yet the tranquility lingers, a gift carried within you, ready to be drawn upon whenever needed. As you rise to leave this sacred space, you carry with you the profound knowledge that healing is all around, in the rustle of leaves, the ripple of water, the song of birds, and in the timeless power of sound to restore, renew, and connect us to the deepest parts of ourselves. The natural world, intertwined with human creativity and intention, forms a timeless sanctuary, a place where sound and spirit meet to soothe and heal. As you carry this serene harmony within, let it gently cradle your thoughts and ease you toward peaceful rest, knowing that the healing power of music and nature is always near, waiting to welcome you back. Whenever you listen, you find yourself stepping gently into a modern healing space, one where the echoes of ancient sound therapies still hum softly beneath the surface. The air carries a blend of incense and the subtle resonance of crystal bowls, their tones rippling like gentle waves. It's a place designed not just for treatment, but for the restoration of soul and body alike, a sanctuary where age-old wisdom meets contemporary care. Imagine the soft vibrations brushing against your skin as a gong reverberates through the room, stirring something deep and calming within you. These sounds, though shaped by modern tools, carry the essence of the first flutes and drums played in prehistoric caves, the chanting of ancient priests, and the hymns sung in sunlit temples. The connection across time is as clear as the ringing notes. Music is medicine, a universal language of healing. In holistic centers today, therapists blend the art of sound healing with mindfulness, using instruments like tuning forks, didgeridoos, and hand. Each sound is carefully selected to balance energy, soothe anxiety, or encourage deep relaxation. You might hear the steady pulse of a drum inviting you into a meditative trance, or the shimmering overtones of a singing bowl guiding your breath. The sensory experience is vivid: cool metal against fingers, the warmth of a wooden frame, the soft echo of a voice modulated in chant. This practice has its roots firmly planted in those earliest times, when humans first noticed the calming effects of natural sounds, the rustle of leaves, the murmur of rivers. Just as shamans once used rhythmic beats to alter consciousness, modern sound healers use repetitive patterns to encourage healing states. It's fascinating to consider how these simple principles have endured, morphing yet staying true to their core. You might find yourself imagining the gentle hands that once carved bone flutes or shaped clay drums, and how those instruments were gift tools meant to restore harmony in a world often marked by chaos. Today, similar intentions guide practitioners who work in quiet rooms adorned with soft cushions and flickering candles, where patients surrender to the enveloping embrace of sound waves. There's also a poetic humor in how humanity's relationship with sound has evolved. From crude, raw noises to carefully tuned compositions, the journey reflects our endless curiosity and desire for comfort. You might smile at the thought of early healers trying out new rhythms, some perhaps less successful than others, but all part of the rich tapestry leading to today's sophisticated sound therapies. Throughout this long history, one thread remains constant: music and sound touch something profoundly human. They communicate beyond words, soothing fears, lifting spirits, and bridging divides between mind and body. Whether in a desert temple or a modern wellness studio, the intention is the same: to heal, to connect, to bring balance. So as you relax now, let yourself feel the lineage of these sounds, the unbroken chain of voices and instruments reaching across millennia. Each note is a gentle whisper from the past, a reminder of the timeless power of music to nurture and restore. With every breath, you become part of this ongoing story, carried softly on waves of healing sound. The comfort and peace you feel is a living echo of ancient wisdom, a gift passed down through generations. And now, it's here with you, ready to calm your mind and soothe your body. Tonight and always. As you settle deeper into this calm space, Let your mind wander to the quiet corners of ancient temples, where music once mingled with prayer, and where sound was a sacred thread weaving together the physical and spiritual worlds. Imagine the tender hands of healers long ago, gently guiding their instruments, aware of the fragile balance between chaos and harmony. Picture yourself walking along a shaded path, beside a softly babbling stream, the gentle ripple of water blending seamlessly with distant birdsong. This natural orchestra, as old as time, formed the backdrop to healing rituals where sound was both medicine and meditation. Today, therapists incorporate similar natural sounds into healing sessions, inviting the body to synchronize with nature's rhythms. You might feel the cool breeze brushing against your skin as you imagine ancient shamans drumming in circles beneath starlit skies, their rhythms creating a pulse that moved through body and earth alike. These ceremonies, once wild and energetic, hold a sacred energy that modern practitioners aim to rekindle, tapping into primal rhythms to foster renewal and peace. There's a gentle invitation here to listen, not just with your ears, but with your whole being. The vibrations ripple through space and time, reminding you that healing is a journey, often slow and subtle, shaped by layers of sound, silence, breath, and intention. As you breathe in this moment, know that you are enveloped in a legacy of sound that spans continents and centuries. The melodies of the past are alive in the present, shaping how we understand health, balance, and the power of listening. The gentle hum of ancient melodies fades softly into the quiet around you, leaving a peaceful stillness that settles warmly within. With each breath, you carry the echoes of those early healers and their sacred sounds, reminders of the enduring connection between music, spirit, and well-being. Rest now in this calm embrace, where past and present meet in a soothing harmony, guiding you gently toward restful dreams and renewed peace. You find yourself drifting gently into a space where sound and silence weave together in perfect harmony. Imagine the soft rustle of leaves stirred by a light breeze, the distant call of a bird carrying a simple melody, or the slow, steady beat of a drum echoing in your chest. These are the timeless threads of music's gift, stretching back beyond memory and forward into the present moment. As you settle into this calm, take a breath and notice how even the faintest sound can hold you, inviting a quiet mindfulness. It is here, in these moments of attuned listening, that music offers more than just entertainment. It becomes a bridge to healing, presence, and inner peace. Through the ages, people have turned to music not only to celebrate or mourn, but to calm the restless heart and soothe the troubled mind. From the first rhythms beaten on hollowed logs to the sacred chants that filled ancient temples, sound has been a companion to meditation and reflection. Feel the gentle vibrations as they ripple through your body, grounding you softly in the now. Consider the way a single note can carry you away, opening a window to stillness amidst life's noise. The delicate hum of a flute, the whispered resonance of a chant, or the warm, enveloping drone of strings, all create spaces where thoughts can settle and the spirit can breathe freely. Even as technology changes the way we create and experience music, the essence remains a timeless, intangible gift that nurtures our well-being. The mind, calmed by melody and rhythm, finds clarity. The body, attuned to sound's pulse, relaxes. The soul, touched by harmony, remembers its own quiet strength. Picture yourself surrounded by this gentle soundscape, each tone a soft caress against the backdrop of your breath and heartbeat. Imagine the flicker of candlelight casting dancing shadows, the scent of wood smoke or blooming herbs, mingling with the music's tender embrace. This connection across time, from ancient healing rites to modern moments of mindfulness, is a reminder of our shared humanity and our deep need for healing that transcends words. Music, in its purest form, invites us to listen not just with ears, but with our whole being. As you rest here now, carried by these soothing sounds, allow yourself to feel the comfort of this ancient tradition. Let it remind you that healing is always possible, found not only in medicine or action, but in the simple, profound act of being present with sound, with breath, with yourself. As you continue to breathe in this serene space, notice how the layers of sound, the faintest hums, the lingering vibrations, seem to weave a gentle tapestry around your thoughts, inviting you to sink deeper into relaxation. The gift of music, timeless and universal, has always been more than mere melody. It is a balm for the soul, a language spoken by the heart when words fall silent. Throughout history, cultures across the world have recognized this intangible gift, harnessing music's power to calm anxious minds, ease bodily pain, and foster a sense of connection, both with the self and the wider world. Imagine ancient shamans calling rhythms into being beneath a starlit sky, monks chanting in candlelit halls, or the quiet songs sung by healing hands in remote villages. All are threads in this enduring human tradition. Feel how your own body responds to this invisible current of sound, muscles loosening, the breath deepening, the mind settling, like soft snow falling silently upon a peaceful landscape. This is the essence of music's healing spirit, a gentle presence that carries you away from distraction and invites a deeper, more tender awareness. And now, imagine yourself cradled in this moment, where time slows and the boundaries between past and present dissolve. You are walking hand in hand with the countless souls who have found solace in the music of their days, their hopes, their healing. Let your thoughts drift like leaves on a quiet stream, carried by the soft cadence of this sacred sound. Whether the notes come from ancient instruments or your own breath, they form a sanctuary, a place where healing is not a distant goal, but a gentle unfolding. In this shared human experience, music remains a profound gift, one that transcends culture, language, and time. It whispers of resilience, compassion, and the simple yet profound truth that we are never truly alone when sound flows through us. So, as you rest here, allow the intangible gift of music and mindfulness to settle deeply within you. Carry this calm with you, a quiet companion for all the moments to come.